everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 277. So nice to meet you and nice to see you again. Daily Dose of Hope is just that. It's just a daily dose of hope in a what sometimes might seem as a hopeless time. And the goal and the idea of this is staying in that middle path in between the yin and the yang. There's always these two sides that are fighting or at each other's throats, but there's that middle line, and that's what we're searching for, and that's what the Daily Dose of Hope is, to try to help us all just find that middle path. And so just coming on today, I find recently finding this holiday season, as I'm sure many of you are, it can have its ups and downs, right? With all of the expectations, and then in addition to that, all of the energy that's out in the mass consciousness, everyone's expectations. If we're all one, and we say that as a word, we are all one, and it's like, oh, groovy, man. But it's a little bit more intense than that, because since we're all one, everything that we're feeling, everything that we're putting up in the mass consciousness, we all feel it. So if a lot of people are feeling a certain way, you're going to pick up on it if you're sensitive to that. And I think a lot of us are becoming more and more sensitive to that. And I think that's part of our, what's the word? Responsibility, I guess. We're becoming more and more aware of our responsibility, of our emotions. And so there's that in addition to that as well. So that is like this idea that, it's often talked about that we're all one. And it might seem like this lofty concept, well, that's great, but, what about, making your way in this world? What about, making a living and all this kind of stuff? But, being one means that the way that you view the world, the way that you understand the world is different, meaning that, like, if you view everyone else as separate, then it's a give and take world. You got to take this, you got to give, just like from the 80s, there are a lot of like Wall Street movies, like with the Wall Street investors, and they were cutthroat, and they were just, that was the only way, you had to fight your way, you had to be tough and all this kind of stuff. But what that does, though, is you become less and less and less. The more you take, the more you give that idea of being taken from. Right. So whatever you give strengthens that idea. So if you believe that you're separate, then it will become harder and harder. For example, so how do you make a living in this world, right? I'm working so hard, nothing's working right, everything's going wrong, because it's not just about that, right? It's about understanding that it's not the work itself. The work is very important, but it's also about what you're projecting out. What are you extending out? And that's so important as well, And then there's that other dimension, right, which is your blueprint too. What are you here to do? And that's part of, like, sorry, my cat's trying to get in now. But your blueprint as well. What is written in your blueprint, what feels right for you. And the only way you'll ever figure that out is if you listen to your heart. And the only way to listen to your heart is to get quiet, right? So anyway, so one thing that I really recommend for everyone, especially in these rough times, so in addition to having like a spiritual practice, is music. Like if you, or creativity, something that you do, like drawing pictures or anything like that. Drawing pictures, playing an instrument, these sorts of things are so powerful. So yes. So I'm going to go into a channeling today with my cat going crazy behind me. I don't know why she wants to get in so badly at this moment, but that is what cats do. They have a logic all their own. So here we go. All right. So I'm just doing a channeling for today. This is December 30th, I think we're at. Sorry, no, 29th. We're still at the 29th, 2024. And I guess my question is, why does my cat want to come in? So no, that's not my question. What do they have to say for today? Yeah, leave it up in the air. Greetings, we're here. We are that one that you know as Esmeralda, and we're here in this beautiful time on your planet when all of the waves and all of the oceans and all of the rivers of your planet are moving and moving in the most beautiful way imaginable. And in addition to that, you are also made of water. And so all of you also are dancing to the tune of the water which is within you, dancing to the tune of your hearts, moving within that tune. And what a beautiful time that is, and what a beautiful way to move in this world. You are all beginning to find more and more that you are more connected than you ever thought you were. Now, this being talks about separation and not separation. And yes, this is a perspective that you have on this planet. This idea that you can be separate is an illusion. It is a perspective, but it is a wrong perspective. We might say it is not reflecting the truth. The truth is that yes, you are all one, and you always have been one. And once you start to understand that, you start to understand how to create in this world. That the way to create in this world is to realize that you're one and to give what you would like to receive. By giving what you would like to receive, you return it back because you give it to yourself. The person that you're giving to is yourself. Everyone is you. So when you give something, it comes back to you because that is you. And your understanding of that is what allows the universe to give more of this to you. Because if you don't understand this, then the universe sees that you don't understand that yet and understands that it's not yet time to give you what it is that you seem to want at that moment. So the way to create anything on this planet is to understand that you are all connected, and that when you give something away, it is what you are giving to yourself. All right, sorry, my cat is in the background going like crazy. So again, I'm trying to keep these short for the holiday season. So I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now.